Gentlemen, even as in Davos, we are surrounded by snow-capped mountains all around and a white sheet of snow wherever you can actually see. The conversations are about India, about the India story, about how strong India can become as an economy versus, of course, the political heat that is just continuing to rise back home in India. So from the snow-peaked mountains and this snow-clad Davos in Switzerland to the politics, there's a world of difference. Not just literally, but also in terms of the temperatures that are soaring. And let me tell you that with 400 days to go for elections of 2024, everybody has begun to align themselves to their objectives, to their roadmaps, to their strategies. And the Prime Minister has put Vishwas over votes as his agenda. It's a clear, definitive message from the Prime Minister that was given to the entire BJP, not just the top brass, not just the members of parliament, but also to the BJP workers across the country. Prime Minister Modi said that BJP must reach out to all communities, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Isais, Jains, Bauds, everybody, because there had to be a Samaj Niti, which is a social bridging of gaps, not just for votes, but to build India. And that's the message he gave the BJP's national executive. Listen in.
हम सबके हैं ये संदेश होना ही चाहिए। अनावश्यक खबर बनाने के लिए कोई खबर कोई स्टेटमेंट देना ये आवश्यक नहीं है और हमको जो कम्युनिटी में कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो, कोई इस तरह का एक माहौल पैदा हो जाए तो वो चीज़ से बचना चाहिए। हम सबके हैं और हमको सबका होना है और सबको लगना चाहिए ये कहने में नहीं और ये व्यवहार में दिखना चाहिए, ये बहुत आवश्यक है।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो सियासी वोटों की ठेकेदारी है उसको परास्त करके समावेशी विकास की हिस्सेदारी को प्राथमिकता दी। सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास कोई नारा नहीं है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी की नीति भी है और नीयत भी है और इसका असर दिखाई पड़ रहा है। उन्होंने जो बात कही है वो केवल कहने भर की नहीं है, अगर उसका आप असर देखें न केवल भारत में बल्कि पूरी दुनिया में है।
Even as the BJP has already set its target for winning 400 seats in 2024, a mega unity rally was organized by the Chief Minister of Telangana, KCR, today in Khammam in Telangana, which was attended by opposition leaders including Akhilesh Yadav, Arvind Kejriwal, as well as the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. The Congress was left out of this alliance, as was Nitish Kumar and Mamata Banerjee. Listen in to the targeted attack by opposition leaders on the centre from the Manch in Khammam.
అయ్యా మోడీ గారు, మీ పాలసీ ప్రైవేటైజేషన్, మా పాలసీ నేషనలైజేషన్. ఇలా అమ్ముతా 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 అంటున్నావు ఎల్ఐసిని. అమ్మాయి పర్వాలేదు, 24 తర్వాత నువ్వు ఇంటికి, మేము ఢిల్లీకి గ్యారంటీగా మళ్ళా ఎల్ఐసిని వాపస్ తీసుకుంటాం. పబ్లిక్ సెక్టర్నే ఆ ఎల్ఐసిని కొనసాగిస్తామని మనం చేస్తా ఉన్నాం.
तमिलनाडु का गवर्नर तमिलनाडु की सरकार को तंग कर रहा है, तेलंगाना का गवर्नर राव साहब को तंग कर रहा है, दिल्ली का गवर्नर मेरे को तंग कर रहा है, पंजाब का गवर्नर मान साहब को तंग कर रहा है। ये गवर्नर तंग नहीं कर रहे, मोदी साहब तंग कर रहे हैं।
अभी कल ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मीटिंग खत्म हुई है, अब तो वो स्वयं स्वीकार कर रही है कि अब 400 दिन हैं। जो सरकार अपने दिन गिनने लगे, जो सरकार अपने दिन बताने लगे, समझ लो ये 400 दिन बाद सरकार रुकने वाली नहीं है। अब तो 399 दिन बचे हैं।
Efforts are on to
portray Hindi as the national language while sidelining all our native languages, be it Telugu or Tamil or Kannada or Malayalam or Bengali. Imposing Hindi by doing away with our mother tongues will affect the integrity of the nation.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question on the news is, will the Vipaksh, will the opposition be able to stitch together a complete unity in order to get the confidence of the people of India that they are in a position to govern India against Modi? Or will it be a Tuta Vipaksh versus Modi in 2024? That's the legitimate question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side on the News Hour tonight.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight on the News Hour, Gaurav Bhatia, senior spokesperson of the BJP. Also with me, Kartik Reddy of the BRS, Bharat Rashtriya Samiti, Lokesh Jindal, Congress leader, and also joining me this evening is Vivek Silas of the Samajwadi Party. My first question goes to Mr. Kartik Reddy. Mr. Kartik Reddy, it's all very well for Mr. KCR to look beyond the northern parties, and BJP has a few challenges in the south. Everybody knows that. Is this attempt now to somehow get leaders together from the north, getting in Akhilesh and Kejriwal to join you because you are a successful party of the south, and try and create challenges for the BJP in the south? Is that the strategy, Mr. Reddy?
Good evening, Navika ji. Let's not take the Khammam meeting lightly. The reason I say this, Navika ji, is because we are calling this the single largest, biggest political development in the last decade of Indian politics. The reason I say this is, Navika ji, you have to notice this is the first of its kind meeting which has happened in the recent memory. Chief ministers of 4 different states, people belonging to different political parties, somehow ideologically identical, but yet people who have not ever worked before are coming together to form a new alliance, a new battlefront, is something this country has not seen in the last decade. And this is not for power, Navika ji. If you have completely understood what KCR Garu has said today at Khammam meeting, you would realize that he spoke more about women, he spoke more about the youth of this country, he spoke about the unemployment, he spoke about water, he spoke about power. He never spoke about power and why Modi should be brought down. He categorically stated, he said, it is not about power, it is about the country. It is what has happened and conspired to this country in the last 10 years. And what has to be done for the next 30 or 40 years for this country. We haven't spoken about power. It was all about what needs to be done to this nation. And as I said, please don't take us lightly. Please do not take the meeting, what has happened today at Khammam, lightly. We have brought out a new idea for this.
Not taking you lightly, Mr. Kartik Reddy. We are not taking you lightly at all. That's why it's the top debate on the News Hour, because we follow the political occurrences, the political positioning on the News Hour. And the Khammam meeting is a big development in the political positioning of political parties. But let me take the question to Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, Kartik Reddy says this is not about power. We did not talk about bringing down Modi. So kya all of these political parties are here for Samaj Seva, social work? Are they getting together only to make this country a bigger one, which they can do even without contesting, at a political level? What is the message, and how do you respond to the position Mr. Kartik Reddy has taken?
Thank you, Navika. I'll definitely respond to Mr. Karthikeya. But before that, as everyone is aware, yesterday was the national executive meeting that took place. And Modi ji, like a true leader, JP Nadda ji, like a true leader, we weren't talking about the crutches of other political parties. We were not talking about how we'll come together to, form power. Narendra Modi ji gave us a mantra, the mantra to serve the people of the country and take India to new heights. We were talking about our inherent strength of leadership, Shri Narendra Modi ji and JP Nadda ji, strength of ideology, that country first and the individual comes later, and the strength of our cadre, which is well prepared for all the assembly elections of 2023 and the Lok Sabha elections. On the other side, I just heard Karthikeya ji saying that don't take us lightly, but let us reflect. 2014 and 2019, they came together. I have a picture in my hand. He was talking about four political parties coming together. Here in this picture, Navika, there are more than 7-8 political parties who came together. What was the ultimate outcome? Narendra Modi ji was re-elected as the Prime Minister. It shows that you need cohesiveness. Second, there is an admission in all these people coming together, and the admission is this, Navika, that on their own, single-handedly, they can't take on the BJP. Therefore, they need such parties to come together. Second, the factionalism between the two groups. On one side, Rahul Gandhi is taking Bharat Jodo Yatra, and he invites Akhilesh Yadav. Akhilesh Yadav doesn't go there, but Akhilesh Yadav reaches where KC Rao invites him. What does it show? There are fragments and there are, fissures between the political formations also. Third and most importantly, I think, Modi ka magic hai, Rahul tragic hai. And why do I say that? Today, Congress leader Manpreet Badal joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. So what does it show? That on one side, Narendra Modi ji and BJP is gaining ground. On the other side, all these wasted cartridges, जिनको दगा कारतूस कहेंगे, ये लोग साथ आ रहे हैं. और ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा, टूटा विपक्ष, झूठा विपक्ष और रूठा विपक्ष. रूठा विपक्ष इसलिए कि नीतीश कुमार भी आज रूठे हुए, केसीआर जी ने उनको नहीं बुलाया. रूठे ओवैसी जी भी हैं कि उनको नहीं बुलाया गया, और रूठी ममता बनर्जी भी हैं कि उनको भी नहीं बुलाया. और झूठा इसलिए सरकार बनते ही 3 रुपए जो वैट है बढ़ा दिया हिमाचल प्रदेश में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने, इसलिए झूठा. तो टूटा, झूठा और रूठा विपक्ष.
Well, let me get in Lokesh Jindal ji. Lokesh Jindal ji, Manpreet Badal joining. Many people have left since the Bharat Jodo Yatra has, begun its yatra from Kerala right up to Jammu and Kashmir. But the question here is, जुड़ तो कुछ नहीं रहा, आपके अपने लोग तो जा ही रहे हैं. On the other side, there is response that is going to other political fronts like the
BJP higher command, because that's why the Prime Minister is saying we need to create a environment of positivity. He's telling his cadres that reach out to the minorities, reach out to the marginalized, reach out to the vulnerable, because he knows what he has done to the society and to the economy. Now, when Rahul Gandhi ji is carrying out the Bharat Jodo Yatra, right from Kanyakumari till Kashmir, he has brought about a social cohesion amongst all these marginalized communities. That is what is troubling the BJP government now. And this KCR front, they are going for their first experience.
Is it troubling the opposition too? Is it troubling the opposition too? Because the opposition hasn't invited Rahul Gandhi.
This KCR meeting that occurred in Khammam, they were only talking about governor issue. They are only talking about issues relating to their own problems. Were they talking about the problems of the masses? Were they telling what is the economy going through? Were they telling what the farmers are going through? What form of roadmap they are going to come about with? What about the pension scheme? Nothing. What they are telling is with governor हमको तंग कर रहा है, governor मोदी जी तंग कर रहे हैं, and now these forms
there
of
it is.
not work at the national stage. now that this particular strategy of the KCR-led
there it is, the fissures, the divisions, and let me get in Vivek Silas at this point. Well, as they say, Lokesh Jindal ji, QED हो गया. आपने प्रूव कर दिया कि ऑपोजिशन इकट्ठा हो ही नहीं सकती. एंड कार्तिक रेड्डी जी, यू हर्ड फ्रॉम द कांग्रेस. आपका अपना एजेंडा आप करिए, उनका अपना एजेंडा है वो करेंगे. एंड दैट इज द कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म दैट आई एम सेइंग.
See, there is an inherent problem with the Congress. The problem with them is they do not realize that they are losing trust of this country, and they have lost the trust of this country, and day by day the leadership is losing trust. It doesn't make sense. People like Lokesh coming here, sitting on national television, आप तो पूरा भाषण पहला सुनना था. हमारा एजेंडा क्या था? हम सत्ता के बारे में आज बात नहीं करे थे, प्रधानमंत्री के बारे में बात नहीं करे थे. इस देश, the problems this country is going through, the issues, the real issues, the issues with women, the issues with youth, the issues with water, if you have followed the meeting properly, completely, you would have understood. Lokesh, I think you should suggest your leadership, and I'm telling you this as a congressman who have contested, excuse me, एक मिनट सुनिए, मेरी पूरी बात सुनिए, आपका प्रश्न सुनिए, एक मिनट मेरी बात सुनिए, एक मिनट मेरा सुनिए. एक राष्ट्र में एक समस्या रहेंगी, सुनिए मेरी बात. अपन दोनों बीच में लड़ने से कुछ फायदा नहीं रहेगा. आपका लीडरशिप को आप समझाइए.
लोकेश जिंदल जी, सुन तो लीजिए विपक्ष की बात. मोदी जी की बात नहीं है, विपक्ष की बात है. सुन तो लीजिए.
आपके नेता को पहले जिम्मेदारी उठाने के लिए बोल दीजिए. ना बनना चाहते ये पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट, ना बनना चाहते लोकसभा के अपोजिशन लीडर. अगर कल आपकी पार्टी सत्ता में आएगी भी तो प्रधानमंत्री भी नहीं बनना चाहेंगे. सुनिए लोकेश जी, हम आज बीजेपी से लड़ना चाह रहे हैं. आप सुनिए. हम हमारी देखने वाले थे, आप ही तो सुनाए दिए हमारे बारे में. See, the problem with Congress party, Navika ji, there is an inherent problem with the party. They assume that Congress party's natural right is to be in power, and the nation has taught them very well. And let me tell you, I do not know how experienced Lokesh is in working in the party. I have worked in that party for a decade and a half. I contested as a Lok Sabha candidate in that party. So I know the internal workings of Congress party. And I'm trying to tell you, the leadership is still on cloud nine. It is time they come down.
When people like you,
मेरे जैसे बहुत सारे गए.
Well, Lokesh Jindal ji,
nice.
Lokesh Jindal ji, calm down. Gaurav Bhatia ji, अच्छा ठीक है. गौरव भाटिया जी स्ट्रांग होते तो बहुत जगह राज्यों में आपकी सरकारें नजर आती, पर गौरव भाटिया, that is the opposition that you are seeing, and that is what people of India are seeing.
Navika, how unfortunate it is. Opposition doesn't mean oppose Narendra Modi ji. We can't even have a responsible opposition. We can't even have an opposition that can agree amongst themselves to make suggestions to the government. And write on your program. I would only like to add a line to that. मोदी जी से ये क्या टकराएंगे, अपने मतभेदों से ही चूर चूर हो जाएंगे. Because they don't need any party to demolish them. They will demolish, they will decimate, they will destroy each other by the lust they have for power. And the second, today's show was a flop show, and two things were very, very clear. One was the dynasty that Akhilesh Yadav and KC Rao actually represent, and the second was the corruption. You remember Arvind Kejriwal making tall claims earlier, saying that all these leaders are corrupt. Today he's seen standing with them. So what is the compulsion of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal? And they don't have a face. If you ask them a question, who is the leader who will take on the challenge and the mantle to challenge Narendra Modi ji, who's the tallest leader in the world today? They can't even agree on that. How will they fight the cohesiveness and the strong ideology of the BJP?
Let me answer.
That is what we are trying to do. That is what.
Well, let me get in Vivek Silas. Vivek, Vivek Silas.
Good luck to you.
Yes, Vivek Silas, my question to you is very simple. You can of course try to make an opposition alliance. Of course, the opposition is well within its rights. But what is the credibility of this alliance? Akhilesh Yadav, your Samajwadi Party's entire vote bank is based on minority appeasement and a certain section of the community. And today, when this yatra or this morcha is opened in Khammam, you start from a puja in a mandir. So Vivek Silas, आप है क्या, आप है कौन, आपकी आइडियोलॉजी क्या है, और क्या चुनाव के वक्त राम याद आते हैं, कृष्ण आपको सपने में आने लगते हैं? ये कन्वीनियंट हिंदुइज्म, is that the only formula you have?
No, ma'am. Good evening. Not at all. I would like to respond that Gaurav Bhatia right now said about opposition, jhuta vipaksh and tuta vipaksh. That is what he said. But today, if you see what is happening within the Bharatiya Janata Party, is there's no one with the Bharatiya Janata Party. All the allies have left the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even the Reddy brothers in Karnataka have left the Bharatiya Janata Party. Why? Because they know what is going to happen in 2024. And next thing Gaurav Bhatia said is, it is so unfortunate. Yes, Mr. Bhatia, it's very, very unfortunate that today the Honorable Prime Minister said that people are seeing sports as a career. And I'm very, very thankful to Times Now and Navika ji, your channel. What happened today, there was a time when people used to go and agitate and, at the, Jantar Mantar, the farmers used to go, the political parties used to go. But today, our Olympians are going, the ladies are going who have brought India proud. They have won gold medals for India in the Commonwealth Games, in the Asiads, and even in the Olympics. And they are being sexually assaulted and, they have been threatened of life. By whom? A member of parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who is also the chairman of the Indian Wrestling Federation. What do you have to say about that? It is so incredibly shocking that, what will you respond? What will you respond? What do you have to say about that? Let me finish. Look, there are many things that are going to crop up in this election. I don't want to go in 2014 where whatever Prime Minister Modi said. But yes, he said to the country that give me 10 years. And the country has very benevolently given him 10 years. Now the country has realized that the Bharatiya Janata Party is just unable to deliver on poverty, on inflation, on unemployment, on farmers' issue. And even, the drooping economy, the price like that, many issues. And for 2022, what Modi ji had promised, nothing has been done so far. He said every Indian will have a house of his own. He said there will be bullet trains running. He said there would be 100 smart cities in the country.
All right.
There's nowhere to be seen. It is nowhere to be seen.
Allow Gaurav Bhatia to respond to all of these questions. Gaurav Bhatia, respond to all of these issues.
Brij Bhushan Singh को कब निकाल रहे हैं भाटिया जी? भाटिया जी, ब्रिज भूषण सिंह को कब निकाल रहे हैं?
देखिए, सबसे पहले
जल्दी बताइए।
शांत कर।
जिन पे सेक्सुअल
सबसे पहले तो इनकी
सेक्सुअल
ओके, ऑल राइट, प्लीज अलाउ हिम टू रिस्पॉन्ड।
टू बी क्वाइट, दे हैव दिस इशू।
आपका मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है।
ओके, Vivek Silas ji, please, I expect decorum on the panel. You've raised questions. Allow Gaurav Bhatia ji to answer them.
देखिए नाविका जी, अभी चुनाव हुए थे उत्तर प्रदेश में। मैं एक तस्वीर दिखाता हूं। आज आधुनिक युग के मुंगेरी लाल हैं अखिलेश यादव, और यहाँ पे गजनी बैठे, इनकी याददाश्त गई है। अखिलेश यादव का वक्तव्य था, उन्होंने कहा 300 से शांत। अखिलेश यादव ने कहा था उत्तर प्रदेश चुनाव में 300 से एक भी सीट नहीं है कम। 10 मार्च को प्रचंड बहुमत से जीत रहे हैं हम। जनता ने बोला कोने हटो, तुम में नहीं है दम। याद रखिएगा ये। सेकंड, he made a point. He said there are no allies with us, but he forgets on our own we command a majority, 303 seats, Maybe you want to become a Mahathakbandhan of 303 parties. And if you total the seats, they will not even come up to 100, 150. But we, on our own strength, have 303 seats. Third, let's not forget the Mahathakbandhans they have done. You remember, Navika? 2017 elections, Samajwadi Party and Congress Party came together. What happened? The Bharatiya Janata Party got the mandate because people of Uttar Pradesh and the country believe in Narendra Modi ji and Yogi Adityanath ji respectively. In 2019 election, SP and BSP came together. Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati, where are they today? They are nowhere together. It shows politics of convenience. Now let's go to Assam. Remember the alliance of the Congress with the AIUDF? Are they together now? They are not. In West Bengal, Congress and left and Furfura Sharif came together. How many seats did they get? 1. Congress got 0. What does it show? These convenient alliances that they have, this does not inspire the confidence of the people. And Narendra Modi ji is the leader who has delivered, he has delivered to the poor.
The other charge, please respond, Gaurav Bhatia, because I'm short of time. The sexual harassment charge that has been put, please respond to that. 1 minute. The sexual harassment charge of the Olympian girls. It's a big issue of concern. Respond to that charge.
It is.
Navika, to that I would very responsibly say that she is our sister too, and there is a law and order thing. The law needs to take its own course and justice will be done. But to make premature remarks on a national television without knowing the facts would definitely not be the right way to go about it. So we should wait for the investigation to take place. The charges are there. There is a machinery that will be in action, and the guilty, if any, will be.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no taking away from the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been and for years topped the charts as far as being the most popular leader from India is concerned. And I'm talking about, compare him with any leader of any time in India, and his popularity has only grown, not reduced in the last few years that he has been in power. And many of such, surveys have shown this. The question is 10 years time enough for anti-incumbency? Can the opposition sense a ray of hope, a chance for themselves to try and challenge Narendra Modi? And if coming together on a single platform is the agenda, are they being able to put up a credible opposition alliance? Because right now, but as we freeze and snow is beginning to fall here in Davos, I'm going to scoot inside. But before I go and